So today we'll be talking about the best budget camera for filmmakers. I wanted to talk about this camera because it really made me think about what a filmmaker really needs and what a camera should be. So all that footage was shot on the Sony a6000. It was released back in 2014, I think. It has a standard E-mount and an APS-C sensor. So I bought mine for around $400, I think, but if you really search, you can easily find one for cheaper than that. The form factor is actually pretty good. It's small and lightweight, but without being too small. The grip also is pretty good, pretty comfy in the hand, and you have a lot of buttons and dials that you can custom. So the video specs are nothing special. It shoots 1080p video at 24, 30 and 60 fps, so there's no 4K, no 120 fps, but the image coming out of it is pretty clean. You can record in XAVC-S, which is way better than AVC HD. In the menus you can actually make a custom flat profile, so it's not exactly like S-Log 2, but you still have way more range to color grade than standard Rec 709. So the low light on video is pretty bad. You can shoot up to 800 ISO, which I think is the native ISO, but I'm not very sure about it. You can shoot up to 800, and above that it starts to get pretty grainy. So the autofocus is actually pretty good in video, even with non-Sony lenses, and I feel pretty comfortable to use continuous autofocus basically all the time. The dynamic range in video is nothing special. I think it's enough for beginners, even like as a big cam for professional shoots. Yeah, so don't rely too much on the dynamic range in video, but you still have a little bit of range to color grade. I mean, it's not terrible, you can still work with it, but it's not great at all. So overall, this camera has no special feature. It doesn't shoot 4K, it doesn't shoot 120 fps, it doesn't have IBIS, but I think that it's the lack of those features that actually makes it a great camera to start with. You don't have to bother with stuff you don't really need, but still have the ability to learn and focus on the technical aspects of video. I want to recommend this camera because I see so much people starting with high-end cameras without even knowing or learning how to use it. And at the end of the day, a camera is just a tool, and starting with an expensive camera is like a painter starting with the perfect color panel that has every tone that you can think of and every color in the world, instead of buying a cheap classic one that will teach you how to make colors, how to deal with bad paints, all that kind of stuff that is made easy when you buy something expensive, but that is actually important to learn. So if we transcribe that to video, starting with the perfect camera won't teach you how to deal with bad low lights, how to deal with bad colors, how to deal with bad audio, with bad stabilization. Like, everything is made easy, it's so comfortable, but you don't actually learn a lot of things. The camera is overheating, I don't know why, but yeah, let me turn it off. So yeah, that's it, that was my first video. Sorry for my French accent, I hope you were able to understand the video. Stay tuned on YouTube, I'm gonna release a bunch of other videos about photography and filmmaking. So yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching, bye.